Spider-Man Maximum Clonage Alpha number 1. This is one of those gimmick covers from the 90s, so it's got this, this, I don't know what you want to call it, cellophane thing right here. You've got what may be Kane, what may be Ben, just all kinds of stuff going on right there. I'll show you the back as well, where they still have that, and it's promoting their Fleer line of cards, which were fun back in the day. Let's look at it. So first thing I'll do is, best as we can, we'll show you this acetate cover. It's hard because the light doesn't want to cooperate no matter what you do. It's fun to hold and look at in your hands, but very, very tough to film and to photograph. Nevertheless, we'll do what we can for you. So you can see that right there. Some clones of Spider-Man. I don't know what's happening right here. We'll show you the back as well. Getting pretty cool. I'll show you the interior cover. So it's in great shape right here. We don't see any damage simply because this ends up being a protector for it as well. So it's so thick it would have been tough. You'd almost have to bend this in half to get any spine ticking on it. And of course, it acts as a book cover. So you don't have any damage on the cover. So all around a pretty cool one right here. I'll show you a few of the interiors just to get an idea of what's inside, but that's going to do it for Spider-Man Maximum Clonage. We're going to move on to another Spider-Man number 1. This is $20.99. If you remember this, you probably know more from Into the Universe than anything else, as the $20.99 reign has kind of ended, but still cool stuff. More of these Fleer, the Marvel Masterpieces cards. These are from Skybox. These are not Fleer. We'll show you this. Now, ordinarily, this one is in almost always great shape, but it looks to have some ticking right here. Usually just the thickness of it protects that. I'm going to try and shine the light on it so you can see. Oftentimes in the photos, this will end up black. It's just the nature of how cameras, I guess, process this. So I'm going to show you the best. It is a bright red, kind of shiny foil cover. They were into the foil covers back then. This is the 90s after all. We'll show you the back as well. And again, a nice thick cover, but somehow it managed to get that spine ticking. And let's just check out a few of the interiors. For all that shininess on the inside, it is a pulp cover. And it's still pretty cool. This may remind you of a certain Star Wars movie. And then we move on to Spider-Man, what is often referred to as Mcfarland Spider-Man. This is number 15, and obviously by this point Larson had taken over those duties, but still in a very McFarlane-esque manner with all of this detail. I don't know how long it takes to do that, but wow. We'll show you the cover here. As the light dazzles off of it, you can see a little bit of stress right here, but the rest is looking nice. Certainly nothing a pressing couldn't take care of, but oh, and then the fun game right here for the Game Boy. This was such a... I had Castlevania the first one. I never had Belmont's Revenge, but man, what a fun game. We'll finish that out right there for you. And then we'll end it up with some Marvel Tales featuring Sensational Spider-Man. This is number 192. A little bit of spine roll right there, so it looks like 92. It is 192. Newsstand. Flip it over. It reprints the Gwen Stacy saga right there. I do want to point this out, and we'll get to that in a moment, but let's shine that light on it right here. It's a great way to get hold of that story, hold it in your hand and read it without going back and paying out the you-know-what for the original story. This is a nice way to get that, so you can see some spine ticking and such right here, as you would expect with a newsstand copy. We'll show you the back as well, and I'll point out it's not quite paper loss. The paper is there. It's just it clearly caught on something and has taken a chunk with it. So if that's something that you would like to restore, The piece is there to do so, but I want you to be aware of it. And then the rest is all of this. And you got the final fate of the Green Goblin. You can see the bridge. You know what happens. Oh, such a fun little storyline. They've redone it many times in variations in the movies, but here's an opportunity to see the original. Not quite the original, it's a reprint in here, but to hold it in your hands and see the art as it was meant to be. That is Marvel Tales featuring the Sensational Spider-Man number 192.